compared to others, right? Branding, it's also branding sometimes, right? So if you try to endorse a product that is low quality, then it will never be it will never be consumed fast compared to the high quality product you endorse. So it's a matter also of branding, right? Aside from qualifications, credentials, attitude, character of a political leader, it's also the way how to scrutinize them is based on the branding of a certain individual, how they attract to the majority, something like that, right? For example, if you don't have pleasing personality and the way you speak doesn't echo of your credentials, so it doesn't matter, and it's not really that we're very worth it or deserve to consider. For example, you don't know how many islands in the Philippines and you are a lawyer. So it looks like paano mo pa yung kindergarten, something like that, or elementary level that knows how many islands in the archipelago of the Philippines. Something. So it looks like very insulting, right? You get the point? Running for the highest position in the land, but you don't know how to target how many total islands in the Philippines, which is study in elementary education. It looks like sagbak to you in that alone. Okay? Somebody will say, I will never vote for her because I am intelligent than her. Oh my gosh! Same with us. We will never vote for him because I am intelligent than her. Okay? That's very frank statement. Sorry for that lutang ni okay? Hinahamon! Hinahamon ng science quiz, math quiz, social study quiz, or whatever, except for economics because you're studying that. Okay? Or any pol science subjects. But other than that, if there are, intelligent students or individuals trying to hamon you, mamamuti ka guy. In fairness. Yes. Talaga. Okay? You cannot even talk straight in English when somebody interviewed you. Parati kang nagtatagalog. And minsan nga, okay, mabubulol ka pa. Parang, ang akin lang, ang akin lang. Oh my gosh! And you never even spoke even one Republic Act or article. Since you are a lawyer, then you never justify your explanation based on articles. Then you are a lawyer, so it doesn't really radiate. Your profession doesn't really radiate an echo of who you are. Something like that, right? So it's useless to vote you. Okay? Aside from being, hypocrite and pretentious to the public or Filipino citizens, a lot of equations to consider and criteria. You are not really qualified to become a next president. We're better than you. Sorry for that. Okay. Disclaimer, it's only my own opinion and perspective. Something like that. Okay, going back. Really? Yes. I'm talking of politics. What's happening to me? Nakakaloka. Diba? Okay. So my coffee is here. I'll be doing the heat transfer process in unit operations. Okay. Transport phenomenon. Right? Transport phenomenon, right? Momentum transfer. No, heat transfer, momentum transfer, and mass transfer, unit operations in bachelor designs and mechanical engineering. Oh my gosh! Nakakaloka. Kabihan kay Kusa, very nice. May mag-compute ka, I love doing computations. I really recall the times when I joined different science quiz at a very young age. Really, especially chemistry quiz bowl, something like that. I could not imagine, oh my gosh, I really recalled, it's flashback to my memory. Okay? It's okay because it's reality. It's so wrong if you're trying to say something that is not true. But if you're trying to say the fact, it's up to you because that's only your impression and perspective, how you assess the situation. But if the person is telling the truth of her and her accomplishments, it doesn't matter because it is fact. Okay? And then the only objective for that is to encourage and inspire the young students also to join certain different competitions, especially science and math. So that's why there's a connectivity. There's a connection while Junjun doing that kind of confession during his educational achievement before when he is a high school student. You get the point. So there will be a uplifting purpose for the uplifting meaning encouragement to the students and to all of you guys all to join different competitions, not only in science and math, but also in English as well, or any subjects if you want. Okay, especially social studies, history, whatever. So different kinds of competitions that you will be able to, able to join in the future. Something like that. Okay? Di ba mga kapatid, if you are in the lower level, high school, elementary, there's a lot of competition. That's why I'm telling you, as I'm a personal competition before. I even also join, what this kind of competition, drawing. Something like, oh my gosh, nakakaloka. I don't have to confess everything. Okay? Baka there will be a misinterpretation in your part. Okay? Because normally the attitude of some, if somebody will confess the reality, they will just judge that you are humble. Okay? Normally, because we have polarized minds, we don't have the same minds. If others also will say, it's gonna be our success, our wealth, because we achieve these things because of our hard work. We are working for how many years abroad. Then others also interpret that as bad. Okay, so sometimes you cannot understand really because we have polarized opinions. We don't have the same opinions and perspectives in life. That's why there's really an arguments, clashes of opinions and philosophies and ideologies. Then we cannot really assume to meet each other in unison meaning in a perfect and the same path, meaning the same opinion, ideology and philosophy in life, something like that. Okay, so it's very, very hard to comment on social media. Okay, there's a lot of misinterpretation. Somebody will agree with you and somebody will not. So it's better to ignore something like that to those comments that, it's very toxic sometimes, right? Except to those who deliver a quality comments on the social media, in which they are also inspiring others also as well. Okay, special mention to Maharlika Vlog, Thinking Pinoy Vlog, like this, Janjan Sangkay Vlog, Bin Barobal Vlog, something like that, and Jam Magno, okay, these people, and Erwin Tofu, something like that. I don't believe there's also from another, but these guys are really, revealing the facts based on the research. Before doing the content, normally, guys, we are researching something. Like me, I'm a small YouTuber. So I will never create disinformation to the public. That's why, as much as we could, we will really research, we double time by having different types of sources as well. It's not enough to use only one source, really. So this is the real deal. Okay? We will not depend on two sources. For example, if you really love to vlog political issues, then you need to have sources in both sides if they are really, parallel with each other. But if you try to find out of 5 sources, 3 are, in parallel, agreeing, and only 2 are not. So it could have been these 2 are fake. Something like that. So it's gonna be like that, okay, before vlogging and doing the live stream. That's why I'm doing this kinds of vlogs, because I am safe. This is science and math. All will agree the theories and concepts delivered by our scientists, the physicists and chemists in the 17th century, 18th century, and 19th century. So there's no collision of ideas. All of us believe that density is equal to mass over volume. Unlike politics, there will be a lot of, argumentations because they will not meet with each other. That's why, sorry guys, if you are really requesting me to vlog politics, I cannot do that. I can only have side talks or ad-libs for at least 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, so that it will not run for a lengthy time because my focus really is science vlogs with a little bit of measures of math, personal vloggings. I avoided the political issues just like religion issues because these issues will never stop. maraming pinag-uugutan in which I cannot really, prove. There's mysterious over that in the past that we don't know. Like that, it's not very, very easy to research that. Things that are so many whys, WHYS questions. If somebody will answer, again, they will ask. If somebody answer, again, they will ask. If somebody answer, they will ask. All of us will be drained. Okay, if you keep on asking questions that again answer question, again answer, again question, so it doesn't end. But in math and science, it's already a theory, a concept that everybody agrees in our educational system all over the world. It's not limited only to Asia, Europe, and America, but all over the world. Globally, we have the same principles, theories, and concepts in regards to science. So it's very enjoyable, right? And at the same time, it can also sharpen your brain cells and mental ability, how quick you solve science problems and math problems as well. Though this is not really the favorite of the average people, because normally they will not really watch if it requires thinking. You get the point. It's easy to watch videos because you're only using your eyes. It doesn't need your brain cells to sharpen your neurons, right? In your central nervous system. Okay? That the electrical impulses in your brain cells will produce neurons so that we can interpret different topics and subjects that you'll be able to vlog in a day-to-day basis or minute-to-minute or second-to-second just like this. I'm enjoying vlogging all the time, daily, Anna too. Oh my God. Right? Nobody wants this. Okay? Others also love, especially to those who are above average and superior in academic intelligence. Sometimes they will watch, but normally they are not watching. They found it boring. Okay, sorry guys, this disclaimer, maybe we'll say hambong ko, but to those who are a little bit below of intelligence, we have average, a little above average, and on the lower scale, mediocre, meaning only below average. We don't love this kind of love. Sorry, I have to tell the truth. Okay, because they found it boring, because they cannot relate. Also, okay, they cannot relate also, because they don't want to sharpen their brain cells. Okay? Watching movies is not sharpening your brain cells. It will only sharpen your experiences in life, lessons in life. But it will never think you critically how to do things like that, because it's always academic information that deals with it. The real deal is academic information. For example, if you do things like this and you avoid to sleep in the floor, then that's science. Okay? You get the point. It's not politics. It's not sports. So that you will never be in accident. Then you have to take care of yourself. Because water is produce a slippery surface. So that's science already. Okay, and water is is very slippery on the floor. So in real life, really, science takes place. Okay, not the politics, not the sports, not the history. It's always science that made us survive in this contemporary world. In fact, we can still survive without money and numbers. As long as we have science, we can still survive in this world. Okay? Because water is life. Even if you don't have money, you can survive by just planting trees in the farm. That is your source of food, and that is also science, right? The science of tree planting and planting trees in order for you to survive. That's biology, right? That's environmental science. Even though you don't have money, you get the point. If you are just very, very hardworking, you can survive. You can survive in this contemporary world. That's why I choose science-related profession, because I can apply that in my day-to-day life. And okay? Ganon! I'm just talking the fact. Fact in ACT. Okay? Because not all of us will be, you can survive by just numbers. Numbers meaning financial aspects. And in fact, money also is not only the source of happiness. Okay? You can be happy without money, I tell you frankly. Okay? Just like this, I'm doing this academic information. Sure, I am happy what I'm doing, but this is not involving money, something like that, to pay, to watch me or whatever, right? And at the same time, I gained money by utilizing my talent and skills that God gave to me. Okay? God gave us different kinds of gifts. The only way to be happy is to share and utilize the gifts and talents that God gave to you. That's it. Okay, that's one ingredient of to be a successful individual in this world. Okay, not all about wealth, money, power. It's not like that all the time, right? Though it is, because it is our gasoline to buy food, to have shelter, to have medicine. But it's not really the true measurement to be happy and to be successful. You get the point? You get that's my point. And another also way of saying that you are a successful individual is you help others to succeed to reach their dreams. Okay, for example, you are helping somebody to become to finish the school, to finish his college education. Even though you don't have that much, that's already successful in your part. You are already fulfilled. So many broad definitions to be a successful individual. Not only can be measured through wealth, right? Through money or reputation or impression, even in a simple way of helping others financially is already a success in your part. Okay, so don't equate success through wealth, money, impression, power, authority, possession, or how popular you are all over the world. It's not like that. Even though a simple helping to others, reach out to others, is already success. Okay, ganon ang true definition of success. Mga talaga ang hitad. Real talk! Diba? Ganon. O diba real talk? Okay. And that is real life scenarios also experiences will also help us achieve success. Not only academics, but what I'm trying to emphasize here, I'm really inspiring and motivating others to learn so that we can use our knowledge in the future, because our younger generations is our future, like that. Get the point? Children is our future. Okay, something like that. And then if we'll never transmit or transfer our knowledge to them, okay, how can they utilize it in the future? So we will guide them. Okay, the only way is to help them by sharing our knowledge to them, meaning transmission of our knowledge to younger generations so that they can make a better world in the future, even though we are now dying or we are now here in this world. So your legacy will remain, okay, even though you are not here already on earth, because all of us will die. Okay, that's also success. Your success will be there after your death, something like that, and your memory lingers on forever and ever. Amen. Ciao. Okay, really guys, I'm really sincere and serious in what I am talking in front of you. It's not easy to talk in front of you. I did not prepare. Every word that came out in my mouth is not scripted. This is very spontaneous. What comes to my brain cells is what you get, and what you see is what you get. I am me. I am what I am. You get the point? Somebody will judge you that I am bobo. Somebody will judge me that I am katamtaman. Somebody will judge me that I am intelligent and smart. So I cannot also please everybody to be in my shoes. Okay? That's it. Okay, so I try now to have my own expression. Freedom of expression. Okay, it's not also very easy to develop content, guys, to tell you honestly. And it's not easy also to begin with. Okay, so it's also a love, commitment, passion on the things, what you are doing. Something like that. And this is it, right? Somebody will say also, oh, boring. I don't care because I'm happy what I am doing. Okay? Nobody can interfere us in what we are doing, right? So that's gonna be like that. And that's respect. Respect. Okay? Okay. So if you want respect, respect begets respect. Di ba ganon? Okay, dapat broad, open-minded to the things around us, something like that. We will assess our environment in that way. Okay, open-mindedness, right? Open-mindedness, as far as I could remember, is also one quality of a scientist. Open-mindedness, critical thinker, good observant, and a smart, having a smart inference, like that, and full of, data evidences. Data evidences through experimentations, like that, so that you can have your scientific discovery. Okay, that's those elements, or those are the traits and characteristics to become a scientist. Okay, so all of them will undergo scientific research by having the scientific method, okay, to follow with something like that. This has been discussed also in elementary, no, high school, how to deliver your investigatory project. For example, if you have an investigatory project and you have to choose what topic you'll be able to do. For example, for me, when I was in high school, I made a syrup medicine to remove cough. So that is the title of my investigatory project. And while you are doing your investigatory project, to begin with, you will be able to have your scientific method on how to do it. Okay, something like you have to follow the steps. You need to have a topic, and what is your objective, your goal, your content, your data, your hypothesis, your conclusion, your summary, and after that you can be able to make a complete investigatory project. Now, if you're trying to equate that, or in analogy to taking up a thesis project in mastery or master study, it's just also like that. There are steps to follow. Okay, and especially after your masterals, you'll be able to taking up PhD's degree. Still the same thing to consider, a sequential steps, how to do your thesis, something like that, or feasibility studies, right? Okay, in our engineering course, we have also like that. We have the plant design, equipment design, equivalent as thesis. Well, during our college education, right? If you guys remember. Okay, if you are an engineering student before you graduate, you have also an OJT, exposure on your certain specialization, so that you will learn a lot also in actual, so that you can really have the real practice on your profession, because in your profession are all theories, right? And you have to put into actions in a series of experimentation, exposing you to the real world and how to work in relevance of what engineering discipline you are taking also. So like that, things like that to consider. Oh my gosh, I connect my statements, connecting the dots. Oh my gosh. Bugnaw yun akong focus akong magkakainan. Fairness, nakakaloka. Okay, mga talagang hitaran. Mag-coffee ko para mo activate ang brain cells. Nakakaloka. O di ba mga talagang hitaran? Okay. I want to become a speaker, as usual, a public speaker. Oh my gosh, I want to be, do I have also the quality to become a politician or not? I don't know. Okay. Really, but I also, in SK, I also doing that before. SK, Sangguniang Kabataan, our barangay also. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I don't really proceed to politics because magulo ang life ng politics, right? Sometimes you cannot explain very well. You don't know what equation to use. Wow! In running for public official and governance, sometimes you'll be doubting what are the equations to use to become a successful politicians and to become a successful leaders, because you are leading the people to achieve a common goal to the benefit of the community and society, right? Meaning progress in your place, something like that. Projects. It's not easy to do that, right? You have to do meeting, you cannot really please everybody for that. Especially there are very lazy people, and how can you motivate them? So it needs a lot of what they call this one? Collective knowledge. First, management skill, leadership skill, something like that. And then given naman an academic skill, right? And how to deal with different types of people, the characters, the personalities, and the behaviors also, because it's not easy to lead people in a team. Really, that's the most difficult, I think so. Okay, to lead the land or a team is the most difficult task, as far as I could remember. Okay? Masakit yung dughan. Okay? So it's better to do that like this. Okay, only guiding, we having the content and sharing to online platform because you're just expressing. You're expressing and sharing. No need of actual interaction because sometimes also there are people who are very very arrogant or let us say would try to insult you something like that. It's not good also, right? So since you cannot control because that is their personality or behavior, so you cannot control those things really. You can advise, you can recommend, but you cannot stop them from doing those things because that's their behavior, okay? Their culture. It's very difficult to change attitude. Okay, that's the most difficult part. Okay? You get the point because attitude is better than knowledge. For me, attitude is better than knowledge, sorry. Though I am sharing information to all of you, academic information, but based on my rigorous research, it's very, very easy to change the attitude. And attitude really is the most important component to be successful. It's not the intelligence. Sorry. Sorry po sa mga professionals. Attitude is really the greatest component to be successful, not the knowledge. Sorry for that. Okay? Though I will offend others, but that's what I found out to myself. Okay? Okay, ito po yung mga palatang attitude. Okay, and I will explain that later on also. How can I do that? Okay, later I will explain why. Nakatanong ka. Ang haba na, explain ko pa. Yes, I must do. Oh my gosh. Coffee, mga palangga, kulitad. But this time, 3-in-1 coffee. Alec coffee is my favorite coffee here. We don't have Alec coffee in the Philippines, but here have a lot of because the aroma is very, pleasant or pleasant. Oh my gosh, pleasant. Pleasant talaga. Makaloka. Oh, the odor is very good. I love it. Wow. I added sugar into my system now because this is 3-in-1. Okay? Sorry, I cannot resist. Oh my gosh. Okay, I cannot resist daw, sabi ni Juni. Okay, nakakalimutan ko mga kapatid. Ulitan. Oh, live naman sa Juni mga kapatid. Dito na kayo sa peryahan. Just like a perya, right? Guys, I love really to work in the Philippines also because, there's a lot of, mga lingaw or whatever. But, our life here is limited. We cannot do such things in which make us fully happy. Sorry. Ganon din ba kayo, mga OFWs? We cannot express ourselves fully because there's freedom. There's limitation of freedom. Restriction, something like that, because we don't have the same culture like that. You know what I mean, right? Okay, so that's the point. So when I was in the Philippines, when I grow, starting from a kid, youth, youth, Y-O-U-T-H, right? There's a peryahan, okay, whatever, and then mukuansin ko sa mga bingo, whatever, diba? Ang sasaya kaya, then we will ride for a Ferris wheel, like that, Caterpillar, and diba, mga perya, ang sasaya kayo sa Philippines, right? And then you will bond to your family. Those are the things that you missed, okay, when you will become an OFW. That's why if you are graduates, now think it over and over again before you migrate from our country to another country, because there are things that you cannot experience anymore. Especially for us, singles. It's not the same with couples or marriage people because they are focused on their family. But we single, we are not really having that full responsibility because we don't have children to educate, we don't give food. Sometimes our happiness will be limited. You get the point. So take it over before you migrate to other countries. You get the point. So because for me it's better to work in our country if we are just having the enough salary, but sad to say there's nothing, or there's but not enough to sustain the financial needs of our family. That's why it's our choice sometimes, right? Just like me, okay? I was offered to become a safety engineer in one of the reputable companies in Cebu, something like that. I don't want to mention this labor. Baka mapriso ko, something like that, okay? Universal road din ako. Akong ginisyon. Sorry! Sorry guys, nakaloka. Okay. And then, I passed the examination like that. And I don't know why, guys. I am very, very thankful to God. I'm always lucky in different examinations. I always passed. Really. And after that, and then another panel interview, and until the final, and then there's an issue of salary in my part. Okay, that's why. Salary issues. Okay, that's why I did not push through. And then they said something that they choose the other one, something like, because they cannot meet, the salary, blah blah blah, so and so. Okay, get the point. Salary issue lang talaga siya, guys. I already passed everything. My gosh. Okay. In my part, I'm not very, I'm not very intelligent. I'm just really above average, something like that. Okay. And then I was just very, very lucky when we apply different jobs. Sa awa na just talaga siya, guys. So many. I will choose only one out of four, three out of one, like out of three, one. Like there's so many opportunities that will come at the same time. Okay. So sa awa na just ganun talaga siya. I don't know. Maybe it's your experience, your profession, something like that, your qualifications, but it's usually, I will feel very blessed all the time. Really, okay? So, ano nangyayari? In fact, before going here also, di ba na-share na ako niyo guys, I was offered to become a chemistry instructor in University of Bahrain, something like that. Really, so I want to shift to become an instructor, but since they said it's starting point, then they will give me not high salary, something like because that is my first time experience to become an instructor. I don't have experience in teaching, but I love doing these things. Okay, doing this stuff, something like that. Okay, and then here comes this one. The process very fast, something like that. And then there's a difference of the salary, something like that. And then that's why I choose this. Okay, like that. But it doesn't mean that my passion in teaching will stop. It's just because of that. I still don't know because it's a journey, right? Hindi ako magsasalita ng tapos. It's a journey because God is the architect of our own future. Right? He is really the architect. Even though how hard we try, He will be the one to rule us in everything that we do. So sometimes we just don't feel it, but He will direct us where to go. Really, based on my experience. Okay, so even though you wish for a very, very high salary in your entire life, but then you can still not achieve that because He really directs you to things, even though that's not very high, unless you are happy, something like that, you're satisfied. Maybe He will give you also to that kind of high salary, and after 2 months you will be terminated because there's a complications there, there's a very jealousy there in that work environment. So maybe there's also another aspects to consider. That's why God that did not give that to you, something like that. Okay, you remember if you really aspire or to wish to work on a very high salary, it will never be given to you, right? Because God controls that, not you. Okay, even though how hard you try. If you can relate that also, then better. If you don't relate, it's okay. Because that's my personal confession to everybody. Something like that. Okay? Something like that. Just like before, I didn't expect to work as something that manpower in Saudi Aramco. But I was hired. Something like I didn't expect that. Oh, there's so many applicants, guys. Pumunta pa kami mga Shangri-La Hotel, whatever, like that in Manila, just to go for the interview. And then luckily I passed. Okay, something like so you never expect it to pass because there's a lot of applicants, right? Who dares to expect that? Okay, but of course you will give her everything, right? Something like that. So what I mean, you can never expect what will be the result, even though how hard you try. Okay, let's agree. And then the bottom line, because God is the architect and the one who rules your life, something like that. You get the point? We're just like an instrument, okay? That needs to go where, but still God will direct us what to do. Okay? Ganon! We are subject to imperfection. Okay? Imperfection, we're subject to flaws. FLAWS. Okay? Or errors, mistakes, something like that. Okay? And it's part of life. And we need to polish it somewhere along the way, right? If there's no like that, then our life also is not challenging. You get the point? So that's why pencils have erasers. You get the point? The purpose is to erase if you commit mistake in writing on a paper. Okay? That's why we commit mistakes because pencils have erasers. Just only a saying or a quote, right? And sometimes also, we can say also a saying like this, it's only in the dark that the stars shines the most. Okay? Because you know, if there's no such like that, then the stars will not be shining. It will not be shining the most if it is already bright. Of course, it shines a lot when it is dark. And darkness is our errors, mistakes, weaknesses, sins like that. So it is in the dark where the stars shines the most. Diba? Saying also. Okay? Nakakaloka. Pag itabot ko sa mga sayings, nakakaloka naman si Junjun. Talaga lang. Because this is the result of my spontaneity. Spontaneity meaning what comes in my mind, I will be able to speak. Nakakaloka. Okay guys? Ato ito isuot akong mga theory from ni Gayuna. Okay. Black pencil pen. Wow. Okay. I'll be using black pencil pen because it's very clear and readable. Right? Clear. Not vague. Okay. Vague meaning unclear. Get the point? Okay. So, we have weak nuclear force. I love this because it's related to chemistry, right? Okay, weak nuclear forces. Okay. Shout out to Engineer Timothy Idolantes. Okay, he is motivating me to take up masters in chemistry. I don't know why. He is my classmate in chemical engineering in Cebu Institute of Technology University, and he is our top one. Something like that. Sorry ha. Okay, like that. Okay. Top one or basta dominant siya talaga, academically superior. Okay, like that. Okay, so and he is he finished already his master's in physics, right, Mr. Engineer Timothy Idolantes, and he is also teaching chemistry in London, University of Wales, right? I forgot. Just chat me in my FB message. I forgot talaga. Okay? Shout out lang kay ma-inspire mo ko, right? Nakakaloka. Okay. And then she advised me to prepare 2 million pesos for everything. Oh my gosh, 2 million pesos for everything. And after that, after you graduate, you can also take the board exam for the education. And then you can easily teach all over the world, go to Europe, in America, and also United Kingdom. Something like that, okay? If you have that kind of certification to teach, apart from your qualifications and credentials. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hi, shout out also to Mom Sturdy who are now teaching in the United States of America. I think she is teaching science also. That is also my classmate in chemical engineering. Oh my gosh, mga social. Nakakaloka. Andun talaga sila sa mga first class countries. Okay? Nakakaloka, di ba? Okay. It's okay because God gave us different kinds of journeys in our lives. And then all I have to do is to utilize them well, not to compete with anyone else. What the blessings that the Lord gave to us, they don't be enough. And we will not be stupid to ask for more because this is only what's due for you. Okay? Ganun lang, simple. Satisfaction. O, di ba? Of what you are doing now. So you enjoy what you're doing now, you can have a family, that will be like that, right? So it's no longer a necessity to ask for more. For me, because again, money, wealth, authority, power, position is not the true measurement of happiness. Balik na po ko sa akong explanation. Okay? That's why you don't need to compete and you don't need to be jealous of the achievements of others. Though we can inspire and motivate, but we cannot be, so jealous to others. Envy, E-N-V-Y. Okay? Ganon. Instead, you will we will consider them as your inspiration also. if they are having very good success in their lives. Okay? Because I have also classmates who are very successful now. Most of my classmates also are risk and safety manager, like that, in a reputable company in the Philippines, something like that. Also, general HR manager, like that. General manager talaga. Okay, for example, in the Gaizano Mall, di ba? Maganda mga superior positioning. Okay? But look at me. I did not jump to another one position. I'm still in the engineer level. But I'm happy. I'm contented. Okay? Though in the past there's a chance, but I did not grab. Okay? But it's really a decision for me because we in accepting challenge or challenges in our lives, we also assess other factors in ourselves, right? We will not just say yes automatically. We will also try to think it over, right? Just like in a singing competition, there's a lot of criteria to consider. Or in politics, there's also a lot of criteria to consider. It's wrong also to say, guys, sorry ha, mga happy New Year, sorry. It's also wrong to say that we will base only our criteria to magnanakaw. Because magnanakaw is only one criterion. There are a lot of criteria, right? Qualification, credentials, attitudes, economic policy, effective platform of government, track records. Even if he is a magnanakaw, that is only one. How about the others? I-divide na mo siya, averaging, so taas yung score, 98%, even though he is confirmed magnanakaw. For example, on me, so I will vote for this magnanakaw. Okay, because his score is 98% if you try to sum the other criteria. Things like this, you should be, you should be smart enough to determine the indicators or the parameters or the criteria to judge of who among them to vote. Ang mali magod guys, you are focusing only to one area na sayop niya. Something like that, okay? And